Hello, welcome to Pieces of Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint various things here on YouTube, and I post to other places, but you're only going to find me live here on YouTube, at least for now. I'm not super technologically inclined, so yeah, this is hard enough. So grab something to drink, just like I did. Oof. And let's paint some stuff. We're already behind today. I took this really charming gentleman named Victor to a doctor's appointment. So, you know, I felt like we did the right thing. It was totally worth it. Still kind of working on the setup. Oh, I forgot to do the, hang on. Put a little stuff back there. Put up some, it's an actual painting I did back there. Well, pastel. From a Wild Time Scotland. Put some more shelves in. Got things kind of rock and rolling back there. Starting to look a little bit more like a workshop for this thing that we're doing instead of just the tool room. So it's pretty dang bright. Where do we bring it down? There we go. All right, so we've been working on this guy. Moloch is what they call him. I was working on his bone stuff yesterday because I was working on all their stuff, and I picked him up and I just started working, and I was like, oh, supposed to wait for them. So I did go ahead and put bone in here, like his face has been kind of eroded away, and then I'm starting to work as my way of the horns. I got those parts of the armor. We need to get this little piece here, the rest of these horns. This little piece here, and that should be the armor for now. For the bone, at least the bone parts of it. Like I said, for now. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. Again, sorry for being a little behind. Yeah. Sometimes when you're doing the Uber thing, you just gotta do what you do. See, I feel like, okay, this a little bit more that way, and maybe if we zoom it, I wonder if we can do that. Let's see. I've gotten better at this stuff, sort of, kind of. I think it's that. Camera control. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a little better. That's a little closer. Just slightly. We might up that up a little bit. Make it even better so we can really get in there. Oh, what am I doing? That was the wrong place. Playing with the camera. That's what I've been doing. You son of a gun. So, that's okay. That's why we do these things live. See all the little mistakes and how they get fixed. Luckily that wasn't wet. So we're able to get in there and just get it done. We need to be working on these horns and getting the rest of this part done. That's where we need to be at. Well, I do think we could definitely get away with zooming just a little bit. I think we need to go back up one more on the light. Maybe both. Yeah, it likes the light. It likes the light. That shouldn't be terribly shocking. There we go. Slowly kind of getting used to how to paint on camera and how to get the camera to go where I want it to. Without a whole lot of video experience, it's been an interesting ride through trial and error. I do try to pay attention when I can find people who are talking about it. I learn little things that can work for my setup. I really definitely feel like getting a new camera is going to be a big deal for us. This camera isn't designed to do what we're doing. So, just got to keep saving up the money. It's a slow process when you got a bunch of kids. But that's alright. I kind of like the laid back guerrilla, fighter kind of hodgepodgey. There's a bunch of different words you could use for it. Ragtag. Low tech. I have no idea what the kids call it these days, though. I'm definitely old. I'm sure they have their own name, as they should. It means low budget technology or something like that. Homemade hodgepodge. Who knows? It's definitely one of those things that I think every culture and age group has a slang for it. Knock a little off of there. Sometimes it's good just to clean your brush up. Your stuff can start to cake. When it does that, then it's time to do a little bit of cleanup. Every time they flip around, I always get a little panicked. I'm like, oh my god, don't drop it. Especially this one so far. Done pretty good. I don't think he's really been dropped more than a couple times. Yeah, just a couple. It's fine. It's fine. Now this was the gauntlet I was trying to play earlier. When I should have just stayed in the lane. Done those. That's what we were talking about. What color were we talking about doing the wings? We gotta pick a color. think we're talking like a yellow, like an ochre color. Be pretty interesting. Well, these look slightly different than theirs. I think it's just because they're. I think it's just because they're a little bigger. I think it's got the same detailing. They're just slightly bigger, which would make sense. You wouldn't want to have to keep coming up with a new wrist for every single creature. Every single month, you gotta keep it. You know, you got like 6, 7 different types of creatures out of this. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then yeah, the bull rider would be 6. So you want to keep it all kind of close to the same. Maybe do 2 different types. Which seems to be right. 2 or 3 different types. Maybe you have a couple different types that are the norm for everything, and then you have some custom pieces for each type of army or something. I don't know. I don't do the sculpting side of it. I just do the painting side. It'd be fun to go hang out with people that do the 3D sculpting though. Just like the people who do these in particular. Ones that we paint. Yeah, no, if I ever became like a, like a real channel, not just old pet project of a former chef and fiddle fat artist. That's alright too. Nothing wrong with being an old fiddle fat artist. World needs plenty of us, especially when it feels like it's closing in. It's good to have people still goofing off and still doing the old things. I'm thinking about doing some sort of Halloween project. Gonna try to finish up these demons first, of course, and then we'll get on that. I have this idea on how to make these like walking candy corn. We saw one version of it on. I don't know. Kristen saw it and sent it to me. They were pretty cute. I was like, oh, we can make those. So, unfortunately, there wasn't any links or anything to it. And I didn't save the image. I just have an idea of what I want to do to make them work. Maybe I should draw sketches of them. That'd probably be a good idea. Break out the old sketchbook. Could be a lot of fun. Just trying to give myself a little bit of color on those straps. Just enough to lighten them up where you can see them. Now remember that white's going to fade, and then we're not going to actually leave white on there. We'll come back with another color. It doesn't look like his band is on that one. Yeah, because he's only got the one on that side too. shadows are on the bottoms, right? So we don't really need to worry about making that look too good. Just need to make sure the places where the lights are going to hit it. And a lot of this is places where maybe we just couldn't quite get that dry brush in there. Oh, I didn't get this light. Yeah, a little more Naples to do. How did I miss this? I didn't do the other egg at all. Anyway, if you stop by, enjoy what you see, give us a like and a subscribe. Really, it gets us out there, gets more people seeing what we're doing, pushes things around. My goal is to get to where YouTube pays my subscription fee for miniatures, or my paint fees, or whatever. Seems like an admirable goal. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. Get ad revenue to where that's paying for my art supplies. And if you want to buy stuff, buy miniatures we paint here, they are for sale on Etsy. The ones that aren't personal, we keep, because there's some things we keep, but for the most part, it's up on Etsy. Not the easiest angle in the world. That's alright. A little bit of skill and some patience. Get in there and get that just fine. As far as getting the other side, that's a little bit more difficult. They're a little wispy. And they have a little bit different texture. I need to get a little bit of fresh paint through this, maybe a little, just slightly too dry. Maybe not. That's the thing with acrylic. All the time with acrylic burnt sienna, you're either too dry or too moist. It's like the Goldilocks. Alright, cruising on. Man, the wings are looking pretty cool red. And they really would be like Superman, Demon Superman. The yellow ochre might look real nice. Which I thought I had a little tube of, but it does not look like I do. There it is. Aha! Yellow. I think so. We can even highlight it with some more yellows. It'll look good. Especially bring that bone up to white. Yeah. That's what we want for sure. Okay. Let's get all the rest of this stuff knocked out so we can get there. Still got plenty of time for today. Let's see. Leg piece. Do some curves in a bunch of different ways. Remember to try and stay nice and thin on your base coat. Okay, it looks like it's pooling too much. And give it some movement. Okay, got a little overpaint going on here. That's okay. Wet brush and pull that off there, and then pull the rest of this paint back around. Get it back in line where it's supposed to be. One little dot. Get rid of that pretty quick. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now this next part, it's a little tricky. It's super hard to see it there in the dark, and it's also at a funny angle, so the thing is to try to find those edges best you can. Good thing is it's kind of in a hidden place. As long as we get a little bit work on it, it'll be just fine. We got this one little spot back here. I'm doing everything I can not to paint the rest of this horn. I don't know why that is, but it was a thing. We got it now. Hey! Man, I think everybody is suffering from allergy headaches today, my guy. It is brutal here in Oklahoma. I was driving Uber this morning and everybody I picked up was hacking and coughing. My head is throbbing. So I totally, you have my sympathies and condolences. And yeah, all of it. Alright. Yeah, it's mold. It is the mold. Yeah, February when it starts to fall back out, mold again. It's been wild, man. It won't dry out, and ugh, it's terrible. Oof. Global markets are flashing red. That's not good. Check those stocks real quick. I'm only down 0.05%, so I'm doing okay. Definitely feel like I probably should keep an eye on that, though. Keep an eye on your stocks, boys and girls. Okay, so I really do like this idea of this ochre. Just ever so carefully. Whew. Yeah, it's so bad. It feels like there's something stuck inside the palate of my face, you know, inside your mouth. I'm trying to get out. It's like, no amount of coughing, no amount of anything gets to go away. It's pretty brutal, man. It's one of those things where you're like, how and why did we evolve this way? What was this supposed to do? I should look that up, actually. There's probably somebody's done the research. Very carefully. Make sure you got a good base coat. That would be a good amount for test color. Try it out and see what we think. It's better to do things in tests instead of like just fully committing. Do little tests. Alright. Knock out some of this leather real quick while we're waiting on it to dry up. Keep sticking my fingers in it. Gotta be careful. Now I'm gonna have to go back over here and touch the damn thing up. I think I might have to put this guy on the handle. I don't know that this one. I don't think this one gets big enough. Just not. I do not know what to do with my other one. I have one bigger than this, but I don't know where it is. It's a big clumsy thing too. I don't actually particularly like it. I might need it. Especially if I'm going to keep working in 2 different locations at once, right? this guy in that same wrap. Demon's got himself some style. Make sure we do his hand. Forgot to do this hand over here. Make sure we get that done. Mess with it around. Get the weapon in. Start working on the head of the weapon. We'll get around to it. We always do. Nice little brown. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna mess with that zoom just one more time. Good time to do it. Halfway break. Okay, let's see. Auto zoom does, or if we can auto zoom. Does not look like we can. Let's go to 250. Yeah. Slide bars. I should just type this in. Being a weirdo. Why won't it let me type it in? That's weird. Maybe there isn't a 250. Maybe it only goes to certain things. Okay. Wait a minute. I think I said apply. Ah. So I need somebody who's more tech savvy to do these things. No, it's not letting me. I don't know. That's weird. I have to go off it and back on it. Maybe it just takes a long time. Anyway, looking good. I like this ochre, but I feel like we need another coat of it. Not sure if that's because I rubbed it off or not, but I don't think that would work way up there in the crevices. This thing's still not sitting on a curved figure. Come on, Mr. Computer. We want to zoom in. Yeah, guess I'll mess with it later. I really think we're getting close, though. This is super comfortable to paint right here. I just gotta figure out what the right zoom factor is. And get that angle readjusted on the right zoom, and then we'll be in business. I reset the holes. I think I made a new hole for the arm. And it really changed things. It's funny how sometimes something so simple can be the solution. definitely a much better angle. You can see a lot more about what we're actually doing here. And it's easier for me to paint this way too. Not quite in as weird of a spot. Yeah, I definitely like the yellow. I almost went with the red. I definitely like the yellow. We're gonna really flesh them out too. We'll put some other colors in there and wash it down, tone it down a little bit. For those people that may be like, "Oh my God, that's really yellow." We'll tone it down. Yeah, let's get the base coat on first, though, so we can get on to the next parts. The inside here is tough. Get these base coats in so we can, before you do any messing around with your washes. For sure, that way you can get your errors fixed before you do your final passes over everything. And you're not trying to redo it all in between stages. Sometimes you get to where you're done your washes and sorry, I have a little overpaint there. And you got to come back and redo something because you just noticed that you accidentally touched it prior to it being washed, and you should have fixed it. Oh joy, we're in the flight pattern today. I don't know if you can hear that on this mic. This mic's pretty good. old mic, you'd hear them fly over. Part of life, right? Airplanes. I'd say you could go live with the Senegal, the Senegalese, but you know they don't let anybody on their island. I think they still have planes that fly over it every now and again too. So still got to deal with planes. I think the whole world's cursed with them now. Huzzah! Got that off just in time. That would have been terrible for that to dry. It's alright if I touch the bone with it, but we don't want to. We try not to get this on that blue as much as possible because that is harder. And if you do, try to get that cleaned up as soon as you see it. Bone pieces are already slightly yellow, so a little bit of yellow on it is not going to be a big deal, but the blue, yeah, trying to touch that up over top of it, it's going to turn green. So gotta think about what you're doing while you do that. And it's just a wet brush. I'm using to pull out any. You don't want it too wet because you don't want it to run too crazy. So you can pull out a little bit of that over paint as long as you got it before it got too dry. Little tiny more paint right there. Get that rid of that guy. And you might even want to switch to a smaller brush if you're not sure. Some of that will get covered up with washes, da, 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 da. But you still want to be as accurate as possible. Keep bringing it down closer to my lap. I think that's old age or something. I'm not sure why I do that, but as the show goes on, I kind of pull it down a little bit. I think it's because I have to sit up straighter, make sure everything's right. myself by paying more up here, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I end up hunching over, because I don't ping like that when I'm not on camera. Maybe I do, I just don't notice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The Helldivers video is pretty awesome. Down in the cave. Yeah, nice. Sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, gosh. Dang, allergies kicking my butt too, man. It's rough. Oh. Alright, that's us over the noon hour. We're done pretty good. Done pretty good. Dang shame I was a little late today. Like I said, it was just pouring down rain. And this last truck ride I took just took a lot longer than I should have. Not anybody's fault, you know. That's the thing with the Uber. It's always kind of a little bit of a roll of the dice. Especially for me, I get greedy. Oh man, I could do like 1 or 2 more rides. That ride ends up being like an hour long. I'm like, oh, real. I shouldn't have done that. That's alright. I'm getting better at figuring out how to shut it down, when to shut it down. That one just caught me because of the weather. And then, you know, you get home, you gotta have a few minutes to chill out for a second. Especially when you're driving crazy. And of course, that's also when my internet decided to be a little funky. And it's just like, oh, well, of course. Yeah. Murphy's Law and all that. Yeah. Itchy. Try to run a good hour on all these shows. A little bit more time, about 10 minutes. So yeah, big shout out, big thank you to anybody who watches these videos. It's awesome to have folks who look forward to them or find them useful in any way. I think that's really neat. And definitely hope you'll give us a like and a subscribe. If you're looking to buy miniatures, check out our Etsy shop. Links should be in the description, of course. And yeah, doing all the necessary business parts of this, right? We'll slowly get better at that. Oh yeah, these are gonna look great. Let's go ahead and now that that one's kind of done up, we're gonna put wash on it. I think we'll do the raw umber first, and then we might come back with a burnt sienna. The key here is just make sure you've got enough of the umber to collect in the right places. It's kind of strange. You know, a lot of time you spend your time trying not to pool paint. And this particular kind of deal, when you're trying to do this, you want to pool paint. So, but you want to pool it in a very specific way. I don't want any bubbles. We can avoid it. We'll let that dry. A very different color once it's done. A little bit darker, a little bit more, realistic, not so cartoony. And again, it's going to help us pull out these details in a way where we don't have to sit there and paint each individual tiny stripe. So, anyway, there we go. I'm going to start winding this down. I'll try to get a little bit more done on it in the meantime, along with our other things. And there we go. I gotta get like a rhythm of that. Anyway, yeah, because it looks a whole lot nicer once I guess. You see me, and it looks great behind me. Yeah, definitely. I definitely like that. It looks back a lot better. So, changing and moving and changing, growing and learning and growing. That's the way you should live your life. Don't stop moving. Don't stop doing things. Honestly. Anyway, thank you, everybody that stops by. Really appreciate it. It's like it's the coolest thing in the world. You look at it. I looked at it the other day, and like a lot of our viewership's coming from Japan. I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, it moves around. You know, like 1 month after month, it's in different parts around the world, which I think is really, really amazing. So, yeah. So hope you guys are all having a great day. And if you have any questions or anything like that, send us messages in the comments, and we'll try to get answered. And yeah, come by and see us. Be back tomorrow, same time, hopefully. Well, actually, hopefully we'll be on our normal time, which is supposed to be at 11, which is the new time. Anyway, I'm gonna get confused if I think about too much. 11 o'clock tomorrow. Be here. Be good to yourself. Be good to somebody else. Be good to somebody you want to know. It's the way to be. Absolutely. Yeah. Take care, and be strong through the allergies if you live out here in Oklahoma. Oof. The mold is crazy. So anyway, we're gonna talk to you later.